Welcome back, friends. It is extremely difficult to fathom whether China is beginning to come back to its original production levels. However, Google satellite images show that there is some amount of smoke that is coming out of Chinese factories once again. What does that imply? That China is coming back into production, back in action. So, one way of guessing whether China is coming back to its pre-coronavirus days is there smoke coming out of the factories? See the wonders of Google Earth. They have gone and seen that smoke is indeed coming out of Chinese factories. So China is back at work. Having said that, that's probably one of the reasons why global stock markets are also coming back into action. But now there are more cases of coronavirus in various other parts of the world other than China. Although they erupted in China, but other countries are getting impacted. Donald Trump was warned and explained of the various precautionary measures that White House needs to take to prevent the spread of coronavirus and contraction as well. And he says that I have not even touched my face for several months now. And he's not at all happy. He's looking forward to the day when he can touch his face once again. So Donald as his great, very best once again. Now, there has been another problem or a fallout of the coronavirus. And that is that how do people greet each other? In the Western world, 2 kisses on the cheeks, 2 respective cheeks was the way to greet. Now, human contact is becoming very difficult because of the fear of contracting coronavirus. So how does one greet? And who does one look to for direction? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has a great solution. Speaking at a press conference to speak of Israel's efforts to be able to handle the coronavirus, he says, why don't we go back to the Indian ways of just a simple namaste? I think he has a great camaraderie with Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India. And he is saying that namaste is a great way to greet. You just fold your hands. You don't have to touch anybody. So society is going to change in many ways also because of societal, the needs of the hour. And we may find namaste of India turning out to be the great way to greet each other in the future. No need to kiss on the cheek anymore. Tremendous change coronavirus has brought about. Societal behavior is changing. Human behavior is changing. Now, coming to some of the other repercussions of the coronavirus, you find that many conferences in various parts of the world are either being postponed, cancelled, or carried forward, as the case may be. And the IMF has promised a $50 billion pledge to fight the coronavirus, and that's also one of the reasons why world stock markets have taken rather kindly. And not only Federal Reserve, but many other central banks across the world are also preparing for a rate cut to be able to deal with the economic impact of coronavirus. Dow Jones was up over 1,000 points yesterday. I have been mentioning of a pendulum behavior of the stock markets, but today I believe Dow futures will start getting into negative territory shortly. Most of the time Dow will be sharply in the negative, but for the last 2 hours Dow will do well. So anybody who is trading into American stocks, last 2 hours should be okay, good. But before that, market should be rather subdued and very much in the negative territory. Indian stock markets, today is the last day for the weekly expiration of futures and options. Last 1.25 hours, watch out, you will see again a fresh wave of selling. Although at this point of time, SENSEX and NIFTY are pretty high. SENSEX is more than 350 points up. NIFTY is over 110 points. But last 1 hour and 1.25 hours, say after 2:15, you will see a fresh wave of selling. Be careful. Who has not been affected or impacted by the coronavirus? Now you find that even James Bond has been impacted. His forthcoming movie, No Time to Die, was scheduled to be released in April 2020. This famous movie, the last one, with Daniel Craig playing James Bond 007, and with supporting roles Pelia Sedux, Lashana Lynch, and Anna de Armas, is also has contracted the virus. They are saying that, hey, it's not a right time to release this movie, therefore postpone it, and we will see the movie coming to be played at a theater near you in the months of November 2020. So a good amount of distance between now and till the time they can tackle the coronavirus. Hopefully they will have a vaccine by then, and people will not be afraid to go to a theater near you. Coming close will be the next James Bond movie, No Time to Die. The famous Daniel Craig spy thriller is also postponed because of the coronavirus. Anyway, this was on a lighter note. The world holiday season is to start in the summer, in April in the West, and many people are either aborting their plans to travel overseas, or they're trying to find some domestic destinations. The economic impact of the coronavirus is yet to play out in reality. What will be impacted will be the travel companies, will be the airlines, and many companies which have not been prepared for this type of an eventuality. Last night, Dow Jones went up more than 1100 points on expectations that Joe Biden will now be the next front runner to fight Donald Trump in the US presidential elections in November 2020. Now, Joe Biden has considered to be a more seasoned person than Sanders. Bernie Sanders has a reputation of being a socialist and not entirely in favor with Wall Street. So was Elizabeth Warren. With Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, still the fight seems to have now narrowed down. By the way, Michael Bloomberg, as you must be knowing, has dropped out of the race as well. So with Biden's chances improving in the Super Tuesday that concluded yesterday, you find that Americans are now leaning towards a better presidential fight. Both are pro Wall Street, and therefore the markets took it very kindly, and Dow was up 1100 points. Once again, Dow should be opening in the negative today, should continue to remain in the negative and increase the negativity most of the session. However, the last 2 hours may see good amount of respite, so play your bets accordingly. Happy investing. Take care. Bye.